Facebook,
Tumblr occasionally,
and Yik Yak,
Snapchat, Pinterest,
basically everything that's offered.
In 2005, 7% of adults used social media. Now in 2015, 65% of adults use social media, according to Pew Research Center. So as our usage of social media has increased, we've become more intimate with this technology, and it has crept back into the relationships we have with our friends. But what does that actually mean in terms of our friendships? Is social media affecting our relationships with friends in a positive or a negative manner? We conducted interviews of our own to find out more about people's relationships with social media. We asked them to estimate the amount of time they spend on social media each day.
I guess like a few hours.
1 or 2 hours, honestly.
Altogether, like 4 hours.
I think 8 hours.
Approximately 10 hours.
According to COChat.com, technology, like social media, creates new paths for communication. Social media is quick news, an easy way to stay updated on the lives of family and friends, and a place we can project who we are or who we want to be to the world. Author Nathan Jurgensen says, "It can even be asserted that because so many are spending so much time on social media, we have come to value offline family time, solitude, and general disconnection more than ever before, precisely because we think we're losing them." According to Pew Research Center, 47% of users especially appreciate photos and videos from friends, while 46% love having the ability to share with many people at once. And in addition, 39% of users appreciate humorous content and updates from others. So while there are indeed positives of social media, many also believe that there are considerable negatives to using the social media that has exploded into our lives. The November 2012 Pew Internet Research Survey found that 29% of cell phone owners describe their cell phones as something they can't imagine living without.
I would be lost.
I'd feel lost.
I might feel pretty lost.
We aren't understanding our friends as well as we once did, even though we may be more exposed to them. Over-reliance on technology can cause lapses and inefficiency in physical communication.
When I get bored, it's like a good way to stay on board. I feel like it's a good way to like be connected to like your friends and stuff. I got it in high school. All my friends got it too. I just kind of stuck with it.
People aren't taking the time for mental reflection. Turkle again contends that the problem with digital intimacy is that it's ultimately incomplete. The ties we form through the internet are not, in the end, the ties that bind.
I don't want to use it. I feel like I'd be better off without it, honestly. But I just keep it around because like everyone has it and like it's fun and entertaining.
Not addicted to, but I just have no good reason to get rid of it.
But they are the ties that preoccupy. We don't want to intrude on each other, so instead, we constantly intrude on each other, but not in the real time. This addiction to stay connected and noticed makes one prioritize these small things over many more important activities. So, in the words of MIT professor Sherry Turkle, the contention has become that ubiquitous computing, constant connection via mobile devices, and the evolution of more and more human-seeming robots have rendered many people better able to relate to digital devices than to people. This same urge to chase notoriety on social media can also cause users to design an online persona not necessarily representative of who they really are in order to seem more attractive to others and gain more popularity. This phenomenon was coined identity tourism by Buchanan Distinguished Professor of American Studies and English, T.V. Reed. So, because social media allows us to constantly expand our knowledge, view new cultures, and be exposed to new ideas that individuals would otherwise never be exposed to, we are constantly changing our personalities and what we identify with, making it more difficult to form relationships. Internationally recognized essayist and novelist Jonathan Franzen asserts that technology can give to us endlessly without ever taking, making it a preferable replacement to the give and take of a real relationship. It provides an avenue to be liked, to gain notoriety, and causes people to chase this with whatever it takes to obtain the short-lived happiness from a few likes or a retweet. So it's clear that many people believe social media is beneficial and constructive. But at what point does social media become harmful to our relationships? Let's look at what the critics have to say. Critics of social media are not at all shy to express how they feel. This post on cochat.com shows the massive gap we see in how society views social media. So the million-dollar question then becomes, where does our use of social media cross the line from positively affecting relationships with friends to having a negative effect and distancing us from one another? Well, the answer may be purely subjective. Some people may find it easy to jump back and forth from the digital realm to the real world with no repercussions in who they are and how they interact with friends. But others may struggle in finding such a balance and can really only keep their heads in one or the other. The danger there becomes, if they keep it online, they may lose out on the more meaningful relationships in life.